controversial topic. But for the United States, it should be a giant bonus, not a problem. A simple change to our immigration rules can simultaneously help our current workforce supercharge growth and confront the challenge of a globalized economy. Though most Democrats and Republicans would support it, our existing immigration policies encourage the exact opposite behavior. The good news is, it doesn't take a complicated investment thesis to understand all the benefits of this change. The math is so simple, and the evidence so compelling, an elementary school education should do the trick. While there are no free lunches in economics, nor sure things in investing, this may be an exception. Pretty much everyone hates banks and Wall Street. I got nothing here, just thought I'd mention that. Actually, there are some simple changes to the way we capitalize and regulate banks that should help grow the economy, increase access, and create more jobs. And this time, and with these changes, the risks and benefits will fall exactly where they should, with investors, not taxpayers. Finally, if you think suggesting we blow up Social Security is like diving headfirst onto the third rail of politics, try me. There's a better way for the many to save and gather wealth. Australians do it. We can too. But if we call it supplementing Social Security instead, we can get a lot more people on board. Now, everyone can be a long-term investor. What the proposals that follow have in common is a simple mission to address two basic questions. If we want to make productive investments in the well-being of our citizenry, particularly those who need it the most, what else can we try? And how can we use the strengths of our government, the dynamism of our private sector, and the power of incentives to achieve more equality, opportunity, and growth for everyone? Of course, Thomas Paine offended so many people during his lifetime that only 6 people showed up for his funeral. Luckily, I have a big family, so even if you don't agree with everything you hear, I hope you'll at least appreciate this latest attempt at some common sense. Chapter 1. Going to School. 1. Painful, spelled Paineful, questions. I was left back in kindergarten. I can't imagine what subject I failed. Midway through 2nd grade, I still couldn't read. Luckily, I was a pretty amiable kid, at least according to my parents, so I had that going for me. Though for the whole time, I think they were just hoping that I didn't see the need to rush. It's like the old joke about the 6-year-old who had never uttered a word. At dinner one night, out of nowhere, the young boy finally blurts out, "Soup's cold." His parents, completely taken aback, ask why he waited so long to speak. The kid answers simply, "Everything's been fine till now." Patience and contentment are admirable qualities for sure, but not if you're really upset about something and your goal is to foment serious change. I'm guessing that's what Thomas Paine was thinking in 1776 when he wrote Common Sense, a book that sold 500,000 copies to a population of only 2.5 million, not all of whom could read, more on a relative basis than any book in American history, not counting the Bible. His little pamphlet professed no patience for the status quo, and its impact was incendiary and immediate. George Washington even credited Common Sense with being one of the major influences in winning support for American independence. So what was it about this little book that made it so popular and ultimately so powerful? Of course, Paine could have started out railing against taxes and exploitation and in favor of voting and property rights. But he doesn't. Instead, he argues from a different vantage point, not just taking a step back or even the 40,000